Making the headlines tonight, work to expand the Nightingale's Children's Village gets Prime Minister Mia Motley's nod of approval. The acting fire chief wants Barbadians to exercise extra care this Yuletide season. A warning not to put garbage in other people's waste bins. And coming up in sports, the Windies missed the first opportunity at taking the ODI series against India.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC Newsnight, starting now.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom. Thanks for joining us. In our top story tonight, the facilities at the Nightingale Children's Village will be modernized and expanded. And Prime Minister Mia Motley has given the project her nod of approval. The Prime Minister expressed pleasure at the state of the facility and the level of care provided to its residents when she visited the complex on Monday evening for their annual Christmas party. After interacting with the children, the staff of the village and officials of the Barbados Children's Trust, which supports the complex, Prime Minister Motley and officials of the Childcare Board toured the facility, including 2 new buildings that should be ready for occupation by Easter. The Nightingale Children's Village provides residential care for children with special needs, among others, in a number of modern cottages, along with regular daycare facilities. The Barbados Fire Service has seen a reduction in most categories of fires for 2019, and Acting Chief Fire Officer Henderson Patrick has not provided exact figures, but he has appealed for Barbadians to keep the numbers down by being extra careful to avoid tragedy this Yuletide season. Sharika Griffith has the details.
In most of the categories of fires that we normally respond to, we have had reductions. Of most important is the house fires, and even though you would see a house fire popping up from time to time within the past couple of months and so on, the numbers really have been down.
As preparations for Christmas kick into high gear, he's asking Barbadians not to engage in practices that could lead to fires, such as indiscriminate burning and purchasing inferior Christmas lights.
We know that people are going to be tired, they're going to be working hard. Some of them may be doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs to be able to get that money that is required to do all that they want for Christmas. But at the same time, do not put yourself in jeopardy where you come home tired and you go and turn on the stove and then go and lay it down and all of a sudden you smell smoke, and when you catch yourself you realize that the property that you have been working so hard to boost up, that it is going up in smoke.
The acting fire chief was speaking to the media as officers from the St. John Fire Station spread some Christmas cheer for a second year. They delivered hampers to more than a dozen residents in the station's catchment area. Winfield Ford and Shanika Reese thanked the officers for their generosity. Reese, who lost her home to fire, admits it has not been easy.
Something like depressed, like, and nobody can help or such like that. But I say no, in grace of God, that someone will still touch my heart and touch the rest of my family's heart and give us something.
Leading Fire Officer Andrea Williams says the officers are already planning another set of donations after Christmas. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thanks, Sharika. The Barbadians who dispose of their garbage in other people's bins could find themselves before the law courts. Confirmation of this from Public Relations Officer of the Sanitation Service Authority, Carl Padmore. He says people who engage in such acts are causing problems for others.
In calling the police, you can be prosecuted. You're not supposed to do that. But people do it because they don't want it at them. But on your property, you have to ensure that you have that suitable receptacle there. The Prime Minister even went as far as to get at least 21 skips around Barbados, especially in the St. Michael Christchurch corridor. But you'll be surprised, Tisha, that a skip is here, people will still put the garbage there. I don't know why. And the skip is there for you to come, as a community, to place your garbage in at least once a week. It's cleared.
Mr. Padmore was a guest on CBC TV 8's Morning Barbados. And as Barbadians engage in the traditional Christmas cleaning, he's encouraging them to contact the SSA to arrange collection of their bulk waste before they place it outside. He's also asking those who purchase large appliances to fold and tie the boxes to prevent them becoming havens for vermin. A plan is in the works for householders to separate refuse and is currently done, that is, in a number of countries around the world. This, according to Environment Minister Trevor Prescott. He says a number of steps will first have to be put in place, including the presence of enough garbage trucks to make the new system work effectively.
Now, if you're going to clean up at source, it means that you have to separate the various types of waste. Right. The municipal waste is there. At present, we are in the habit. And sir, when you were acting in a different role in this House of Assembly, you said you do not legislate a culture. Right. It's not anything that you change easily. And sometimes when we are accustomed to certain habits, true. They're not going to change overnight. They're going to educate them. But the separation of waste would require that we have the appropriate containers at every house across Barbados.
Meanwhile, there is a suggestion local recycling plants be given duty-free concessions, given the significant contribution they make to Barbados. St. Michael West Central MP Ian Gooding-Edgell says he has benefited from going on tours of a few local recyclers, and many of them spend significant financial resources on plant, equipment and employing workers. He says even more significantly, Barbados's environment will ultimately benefit.
We have duty-free concessions in other sectors, tourism and elsewhere. But for an environment, and where we're talking about the preservation and protection of the environment, I believe that the time has come to really look at a mechanism, a duty-free framework, to establish concessions so that these persons who are in this business could be incentivized to purchase more equipment to assist in the shredding and the recycling of plastics and glass to allow us, or to help us, I should say, clean up Barbados.